Do you have any complaints about the current pickleball that you use? Let me guess. The current complaints are they don't last long. They're super expensive. They crack, especially in cold weather. They turn lumpy and don't bounce right. They just don't last. Well, is there one pickleball that solves it all? Stay tuned. Well, everyone knows that no matter what, the Dura Fast 40 is the top ball in pickleball. You know, it's used in most tournaments. Pros love it. It has a good bounce. Of course, it's not ideal though. It cracks. It loses its shape. And it is the most expensive ball on the market. For many years, companies have been trying to improve upon this, like the Franklin X40 or Top or Core, or insert your hundreds of balls here that now have been coming out. Even all the manufacturers that make paddles are making their own ball. But all of them are trying to get to one place, and that's to be recognized like the Dura and to be used in tournaments and to be played a lot. But most of these balls have the exact same problem as the Dura. They lose their shape. They get too soft. They're not hard enough, so you can't get as much power through them, so you can't complete points, and they're not as fast as the Dura. They still don't give you the same bounce and the spin as the Dura, but they keep trying to, even though it's at a lower price. Meet the OSO Fury Pickleball. Let's hear how it sounds. Not much different than any other ball, but how does it play? Let's hear what the players have to say about playing this ball.
Great ball, lasts forever. Faster than the Franklin, just a touch slower than the Dura, but all in all, if you like durability and you like the visual of the ball, easy to see, it stays round, much better than Franklin and the Dura. Give them a shot and buy some of their balls, and let's keep them in the market. Let's see what else they can come up with.
The OSO ball, it plays really well, especially in the cold weather. It has a nice feel, a nice touch. It doesn't feel as fast as the Dura, but it's more reliable than the Franklin. You feel that pop that you can actually play, and the ball does what you're supposed to do. So I really like the ball.
Been loving playing with the OSO Pickleball. It's like that great balance between Franklin and the Dura. They have kind of the same pop and speed as the Dura, but they're a little more durable like the Franklin, so they don't crack as easily.
All right, let's go over some of the likes and the dislikes about this ball. So first off, let's talk about the ball. It's faster than a Franklin X40, but a little bit slower than the Dura. So not quite as fast as a Dura, but faster than the Franklin X40. It lasts longer. I will say out of all the pickleballs I have played, this ball lasts longer than all of them. It will play games and games and games longer than the Dura, so you're not going through as many balls as you will when you do with the Dura. The other thing that I love about this ball is that it holds its shape. Like the Duras will turn into a lumpy donut even in the first game. It will start getting lumpy in different sections of the ball, and it doesn't have a true bounce after that. This ball holds its shape way, way longer than the Dura or the Franklin, in my opinion. And because it doesn't lose its shape and it bounces true, it also spins a little bit better. Like I have found, and other people have mentioned, that they feel like they can spin this ball better than the Dura and the Franklin. Now maybe that's because the Dura is a little bit harder ball, so it comes off the paddle a little bit faster. This stays on the paddle just a smidge longer, but then you're able to get more generated spin off of it. It's less expensive than the Dura. So the other thing is that with our discount code, you're getting 10% off of the cost on this. So this is cheaper by the dozen for balls that last longer than the Dura. Then lastly, the best thing about this ball is the color. These are bright, these are vibrant, and you can see them in early mornings or later in the evening. They really pop, and you don't have to worry about not seeing where the ball is at. Okay, let's talk about the negatives that have been brought up about this ball. The first thing is that it is a little bit lighter feeling than the Dura. They weigh exactly the same, 0.92 ounces. All the balls I measured were right in that range, like 0.92. So it's not any heavier, but it feels a little bit lighter when you hit it because it's a little bit slower than the Dura. So the feel of this thing is not as fast as a Dura. So if you're playing for a tournament, practicing for a tournament, you need to play the Dura and play that ball, that whatever the tournament is playing, play that ball. But this ball is my recreational ball. I use this as many games as I can because they last longer and they don't wear out. The third thing is that the heat, obviously like any of these balls in the heat, when these balls get hot, they will get soft. Now, they will not get as soft as the Franklin, so they still stay true to that, almost as hard as the Dura, harder than the Franklin, even in the heat. So one of the other things that we've seen mentioned on the forum, and I'm in Florida, so I can't test this yet till it gets cold in the week it gets cold here in Florida. In the cold, I am told that these balls last way longer than the Dura. There are people that are only buying these balls because they last in the cold temperature. And don't forget, in the discount below, you get the code PIRATES there, and you go to osopickleball.com and get your discount. I suggest you try these balls out. Buy 3, buy 6, buy a dozen. Just give them a shot. I think they're worth the bounce. Well, now that we solved your pickleball problem, let's talk about some paddles. You can see the reviews right here. Yeah, go ahead. You can click it. Yeah, it's not going to bite you. It's fine. Just go ahead. Click it. Click it. You know, any time now. You can click. Click it. Click it. You know you want to. Click it.